Hello, everybody. Here's a video explaining how to record your presentations. I thought you could do it one way before, but now we have to do it this way. This is the new way. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to create a Google Meet. Only one of you needs to do this. So you'll go to Google Meet. You could Google Meet if you want, and then you'll start a meeting. Call it whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. And then you will proceed. And then you will share this link with everybody in your group. This link up here. Look at that. Or you could join, and then you'll be met with a splash page with that same sharing information. Make sure you're sharing the link. I don't want anybody calling in by phone number because it doesn't show who you are. It'll just show your phone number. So please make sure you are entering the Google Meet by means of this link. That link has been shared. Google Meet created. Then you'll select somebody else to present their screen with your slides. So here are the slides. I'm going to use these sophomore class slides as an example. Of course, these actually aren't action project slides, but you get the point. And then I'm going to pretend to be that slides person now. I'm going to go to present now in the bottom right-hand corner, click present now, and I'm going to click your entire screen for simplicity's sake. Trust me, I think it's just more simple that way. So you'll just share the entire screen. I'm slides person, hello. And then once I see this, you're presenting your screen, I'm going to click over here to the slides. Now, for the remainder of the presentation, as slides person, I'm not going to be able to see everybody else. It's fine. Everybody else will be able to see you and the slides. So I'll be clicking through because I'm the slides person, right? And in the actual recording, there will be the slides, and then everybody will be kind of to the right of the slides, all of their little either faces or profile pictures. Okay. So slides out of the way. Boom. Step 7. Moving on to step 8. This needs to be a different person for sure. When you're ready to begin actually delivering your presentation, one of you is going to open Screencastify. Maybe you've used it before. This is the application, the Chrome extension that teachers have been using to record their presentations. And to record their own videos, to record this video right now, actually. So I already have it installed. This would, of course, say install if you didn't have it already. And then it would pop up in your upper right-hand corner where extensions in Chrome fall. So you'll go there. And then when you're ready, you'll click this blue button, record. Mine doesn't show that right now because I am recording. And instead it shows the stop button for when I'm ready to end. Okay, so click record, and your POSD email should already have Screencastify installed. Of course, if it doesn't, you could just install it real quick. It's been tested by the entire POSD staff. It's safe, and it works relatively well. So when you're ready, you'll click record, and whoever's recording needs to stay on the Google Meet the entire time because that's what they're recording. So make sure you're recording the Google Meet and not just random other stuff. Okay, so record the Google Meet. Nice. Once you're done, you'll click the stop button or you'll press Alt-Shift-R. I like going Alt-Shift-R because if I don't, then it records me going in and pressing the stop button. You could snip that part off if you want, but I think it's just easier to press Alt-Shift-R. You don't have to. Then it's done. Whoever made it will then be automatically brought to this page, a page that looks like this, right? This is just a test. You'll just go, boop, your recording's done. Looks like this. This is where the recording will go. It's going to start automatically saving to your Google Drive. So make sure you got your Google Drive ready to go find that. It'll actually end up in your most recent. If you click recent over here on the far left, because it's the most recently made file in your Google Drive, it'll show up at the top of your recent if you want to find it easily. It'll also be put in a Screencastify folder in your My Drive if you want to find it somewhere else. I think recent's more simple though. So it'll show up there. At this point, you might as well just rename the file to what you need it to be. So it should be everybody's first name and then last initial. First name, last initial, followed by a hyphen, action project presentation. So I'm going to copy and paste the example. Katrina U, Aaron B, action project presentation. And then I could change the title here. Bam. And then that's how it will save in your Google Drive. And if it, for some reason, doesn't, you could also just click rename over here. And it won't change because this is a test video made in advance. Right click or 2-finger click if you're on a laptop or a Mac, maybe more specifically, rename to that. First name, last name. Okay, so we got that. Now, here's the last part. Your recording's done. Presentation's done. Now, all you gotta do is put it in a place for all of us to see it. You're gonna upload and share your recording to the English 3-4 Action Project Presentation Google folder. The only way, this is in Schoology, but it's also linked right here. I'm using the sophomore folder as an example. Juniors, you have your own folder. So once you have this folder clicked, it will be available in your Shared with Me tab. Because now you have like access to this folder and it's been shared with you. Hooray! The only file in it right now, because someone's uploaded their videos, is just a reminder to rename your presentations properly. So here's how you add it. There are a couple ways. But here's my suggestion for it. I'm just going to go with the suggested way. Go back to your recent. Click, right-click the video. Click Move To. Move To. And then it'll show up. Yes. Now remember, by opening up that folder, it is put in your Share with Me tab. So logic would dictate that you click Share with Me. Look at that. And then you're going to scroll down until you find the name of your folder. I'm using my not PUSD account right now to show what it would look like if, what it'll look like for you. Because I'm no longer the teacher who made all of these materials. Okay, so here it is, E34 Action Project Presentations. Click this arrow, boop, and then click Move Here. Yes, it will be visible to everyone who has access to the folder. That's exactly the point. Now when we go back to the folder, cha-dang! Look at that. Yes, and the presentation is in. Fantastic. Right, so that's the suggested way for adding the file. Another roundabout way you could do is that you could download it onto your computer. You could download it from the Google Drive onto your computer, and then you can click New, and then you could click File Upload. Many of you will do that if you are using something that isn't Screencastify. You're comfortable with a different screen recorder. That's what you'll do. You'll download, click File Upload, and then it's going to go in when it says like, oh, you're sharing this with other people in the folder. Like, yes, again, that's exactly the point. Make sure your video is unlisted or public, not private. If it's private, people won't be able to see it. So you're going to go to More Options, and then you're going to click Private and make sure that's no longer the case. You can make it unlisted for just people at Piedmont. You're going to make it public for people at Piedmont. Maybe if I say, hey, your video, I think I want to share that with Teaching Tolerance or like with other people, then you would switch it to public, right? Or unlisted, so it's beyond just access of the school district. You should also be able to change the sharing access from the video itself. Share, because I share here, and then it should already be, it should be automatically shared with everybody in this folder. Yes, but make sure, just double check, make sure it isn't private. That would be bad. All right. I think that's everything. As you kind of notice, this new way of doing it has a kind of lot of smaller nuances and steps for steps 8 through 11. So I would suggest choosing your quote unquote most tech savvy person to actually do the screen recording, because they will have the most heavy lifting in terms of uploading and renaming things at the end of the presentation phase. This is the last big thing you're doing for the action project. How exciting. Everything after this is smaller in comparison. How exciting. So if you have any questions, you can text me over Remind, you can email me, you can meet me in office hours. But until then, have fun presenting. Alt-Shift-R.